here we are, 100 videos later. Isn't that crazy to think about? 100 videos. Like, I don't think we understand how big number 100 of. Have you ever seen like 100 pizzas? That's a lot of pizza. That could feed like a whole church. That could feed like, maybe even, that could feed like an apartment building. Isn't that crazy to think about? And then you divide it all into 8, and then that's 800 slices of pizza. Isn't that crazy? Whatever, off tangent. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me for 100 videos. So, I wanted to say a couple of things, while I still have your attention. First off, happy 2025, or unhappy, or whatever you're saying. Anyway, whatever the case is, I hope you are comfortable, happy, or just at peace. I hope that you are feeling good. I hope that you're in a good place. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, thank you for sticking with me for 100 frickin' videos. Megan Thee Stallion. I'm gonna stop doing that. Anyway, 2025, I have plans. I have big plans that I can't say for the moment, but I will say this. I'm definitely going to be focusing more on this channel. I know I've said that before. But I really mean it this time. I want to focus on this channel. I'm also going to be starting another channel that it's not going to be ASMR, but it's going to be something different. A lot of you know that I like dolls, and I want to start a doll-specific channel, whether that be reviews or, like, maybe even original series. Anyway, that is currently being worked on, and I have a bunch of other plans, but for right now, I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Make sure to like, comment, and especially subscribe, and remember to watch the video all the way through. Put it on while you're studying or something, or regardless. Thank you so much for watching this video and sticking with me, and I hope you enjoy. I'm sorry, Miss Wintour, I simply can't attend the Met Gala this year. Well, I'm terribly busy. I have that meeting in Dubai with the president, and then I have to attend a gala for a friend of mine, Kim Jong-un. And then I have this sort of social gathering in Bora Bora, and the time is just all over the place. I simply can't fly all the way over to New York for one event. Oh, well, if you're going to use that word with me, you can consider yourself uninvited from Sue's Semantic Savagnon, bitch. My goodness. Oh my goodness, how long it has been. Give your Auntie Sue a hug. How have you been, my dear? Well, it's been far too long since our last conversing. Yes. I believe the last time we spoke was before Halloween. Goodness, it's been months. I'm sure you have quite a number of things to catch me up on. As do I. Pardon your life from now on. How were your holidays? I'm terribly sorry I couldn't make your mother's Christmas party, but oh goodness, my boyfriend Alejandro has been so needy. Yes. Oh Lord. He needs to... Goodness. I can't do anything without him alerting the authorities. It's suffocating. That's why I left him in Germany. Anyway. Enough about me, about you. So, I'll be quiet. Tell me everything. Well, that's terribly boring, isn't it? You simply celebrated Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and nothing else? My goodness dear. My sister certainly shelters you, doesn't she? Well, these past 2 months have been quite hectic for me, yes. Well, after Halloween, I had sort of, shall we say, indulged in a few too many Kit Kats, and, well, I may have fallen into a food coma for a little bit, and, while I was in the coma, I saw a face. I can't really describe it, but it sort of looked like if Harry Goodham Jr. and Kanye West fused, sort of jumbled together, and then they put on Lisa Rinna's hair, and they told me my entire life. They told me how I was going to die. They told me who my 14th husband was going to be. Fingers crossed. And I thought for a moment. And once I awoke from the coma, I found myself in an unfamiliar hospital. It turns out I had been abducted by yes. Could you believe it? Yes. I'd been abducted. Apparently, Alejandro throws a judge, pardon me, holds a grudge. Yes. And he had them abduct me. They were going to use me as leverage, but I simply said no. And I killed every person on my way to the helicopter, where I jumped off the roof onto the ledge, and I made my escape. And if all that wasn't enough, I had left one of my shoes in the building as it was exploding. Those were vintage Louis Vuittons. They cost more than this house. Could you imagine? Goodness gracious. So, we landed in some vaguely Middle Eastern part of the world. There were these giant triangles in the desert. I didn't really know what they were, but they looked a little bit like pyramids. Anyway, we landed, and I spoke to one of the guards there. I said, what is the fastest way back to the States? And they told me, madam, they're no longer allowing you to fly back to the States on account of the incident. And I said, what incident? Sorry, dear. That's been happening quite a lot since then. And long story short, somehow, someway, I found my way back to the States, and I met this man, Jeremy, lucky husband number 13. Well, you can imagine a bit awkward when I married him, and then I realized, wait, 13? What about my 14th? Huh. Well, it won't last long. It certainly didn't. While we were in Aruba the last week, Jeremy felt his death at a volcano. Oh well, things happen, don't they? Everything happens for a reason. Yes. And so in my depression, I sort of began drinking a bit more than usual, yes. And I had indulged, shall we say, some Sauvignon Blanc and some Pinot Grigio and champagne by the keg. Not one of my proudest moments. Anyway, I found myself in a state where I could feel things around me, but I couldn't touch them. It was as if my hand would just go through like a specter. And I sort of did that, and I felt myself Did you know I met the president of Ukraine once? Oh, he was a simply delicious specimen, yes. Anyway, I looked in the mirror recently. Dear, I appreciate your concern, but I have had far bigger problems than what's going on in here. But for you, I will look in the mirror. I mean, there's simply no reason to. My makeup is the same as it would. My goodness. I met the president of Ukraine looking like this. Anyway, I'll save that panic attack for another day. Yes. I need to go do something about this. My makeup artist, he will be being fired. Preferably out of a cannon, but anyway, it was wonderful to see you again. And I truly hope that we reconvene at a later date. All right. Take care now.